I always laugh when I hear that now. I'm like, what is that? Okay, welcome you guys to our coaching inside scoop sneak peek. We are so excited to talk to some humans today. We did our hair and our makeup. Let's do this. So today, you're going to hear from myself and Lindsay and Natasha. Natasha's our newest coach. She's only been doing it a few months. She's very nervous, but she's like super excited. And it's always nice to hear the perspective of a few different people because we all have different stories, different goals, reasons why we're here, and things that we were all nervous about before we started. So if you're sitting there nervous right now, like, I don't know if I could do that. Like, we've all been there and felt that. So hopefully after this call, your nervousness and your worries will be like, okay, I could do this, because you totally can. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. Oh, there's a little buddy. I knew we would have a child appear on our call today. I was like, that is real life. Usually on our team calls.
I didn't even get 2 minutes.
No. Hi. Just get him in the call. All right. I'm going to share my screen. I just have a few slides. They're very basic. I am not typically a slide person, but sometimes it's nice to look at something. So this is our team. That is when we were at our pool party, and I cannot wait till we can all get together again soon because we have so much fun. And like I said, we totally take over wherever we go because we do have a large team, and we're all one big team. So no matter who invited you here today, you're a part of all of this, and you'll be on calls with us. We do team calls, and we are one big team made up of a bunch of little teams within. Okay, so there's a few different reasons why you might be here and why you might be interested in coaching. So maybe you need some extra income, side hustle, or maybe you want to turn this into your full-time job. So it is now my full-time job, Lindsay's full-time job, Natasha does it on the side. And we all grew at different rates and have different goals. But if you're here for income, the sky is the limit. It is basically what you put into it, you will get out of it. And community. Maybe you're here just for community. You see us hanging out, you see us on Zoom calls, you see us loving being a part of something bigger than just us. And that is our community. And it is incredible because you'll meet the best friends in here that you never knew before online. Like Natasha just met one of the girls, Julie, who is on our team last week, or they met a couple months ago at our little event, and then they connected, and now they're like, I feel like I knew her forever. I was like, that is how our team is. Like, you just click. And when you surround yourself with people who are striving for big goals and people who are like have big dreams and they're positive and they're encouraging, then you start dreaming bigger and becoming more positive and leveling up. Because what's that saying? Like, you are the average of the 5 people you hang around. So look at the 5 people you're hanging out with. Like, are they motivating you? Are they encouraging you? Are they going for big goals, or are they just kind of settling? They're going day to day? Because if not, we could be your people. And this team is just super motivating. Like, I love checking in every day with our team page, and it just gives me that fire. So maybe you're here for accountability. So you just want extra accountability on your own fitness journey. And I always say coaching is the ultimate accountability. Can you guys mute yourself if you're not muted, please? Because you have to show up. You show up for yourself, but also you show up for your groups. And we're not perfect, so we do fall off. We do skip workouts. We do eat a bag of Oreos sometimes, and that is okay. That makes us real people. But the thing is, when you're a coach, you have that accountability and the team support too, to be like, I'm going to get back on track. Like, let's keep going. Maybe you're here because you want more purpose, because you want to help someone else, because you have seen really good results and you feel so good because of our programs, our nutrition plans, and you want to pay it forward and help someone else feel like you do. Like, don't keep that to yourself. If you found something in one of our programs and it has totally changed you, you got to share that. You can't hold that back because somebody else out there also needs to find that. And what you have and what your goals are and what your struggles are is exactly what someone else is struggling with. And they need to see you doing it to help inspire them to get started. So whatever your reason is, I want you to think for a second, like, where do you want your life to be a year from now or 5 years from now? And really think about it, because this used to cause me panic attacks. Before coaching, I would wake up in the middle of the night, like heart beating, because we were living paycheck to paycheck, and I had 2 babies at the time, and I would wake up thinking, if we're living off credit cards right now and off paycheck to paycheck, how am I going to afford to put Leo into hockey when he gets older? How am I going to give Layla, like, how am I going to sign up for dance lessons? How am I going to take my family to Disneyland? Like, how are we going to do that stuff if we can barely afford to get by right now? And that stuff would keep me up at night and stress me the heck out. And so I just really want you to think, like, is what you're doing right now and your situation, is that going to get you to where you want your dream to be in 5 years, your family to be in 5 years, your life to be in 5 years? Because if not, something like this can totally be the catalyst to change all of that. But you gotta take the chance and just go for it and like find out more. And that's why you're here. You're here for a reason. I believe everybody that is on this call right now, like, you are here for a reason. It wasn't an accident. So don't take that lightly. Like, lean into it, even though it might feel scary and uncomfortable. That's what makes you grow, is when you feel uncomfortable, but you lean in and you do it anyway, because then all of a sudden those scary things aren't so scary anymore. And that's what coaching is all about, is like doing the things that give you butterflies, but doing it anyway. Okay. Let me click. Okay, I'm gonna first share just a little bit about my story, and then I'll go back to the slides. So I started 6 years ago. I was on mat leave after my second child. And like I said, I was paycheck to paycheck, just didn't have a purpose. I had a job to go back to after mat leave, but I didn't love it. I was basically working for the weekends, like hated Mondays, worked Monday to Friday. Weekends were like, yes, the weekend. And then back to Monday again. I didn't love my job. I was just kind of doing my job. And I didn't have any passion for my work at all. And I always thought, is it really possible that someone could say they actually love their job? And I really didn't know if it was possible. And I was thinking about going back to university, because I have a university degree, but I didn't have the income to go back to university to get another course, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I was like, I couldn't afford it. And I also had 2 kids at home now and a job I needed to go to. So how could I do that? I was scrolling Facebook one day. I saw a post from my coach. I didn't know her. And it was just a stranger. And she shared that she was working out at home with 3 children, and she left her 6-figure job to become a coach. And I was like, what? And anyway, I messaged her because I was in such a spot where I felt so stuck. And I was living in my husband's t-shirt and joggers because I still had 20 pounds of the baby weight on. I was living for my kids basically all day because I was on that leave. I was keeping the kids alive, making snacks. And I was like, I need something for me. Like, I was losing a part of myself. I couldn't get to the gym anymore. I used to be a huge gym lover, but I wasn't getting to the gym as much. And when I saw her post, I was like, what do I have to lose? So I sent her a message. We chatted. She just told me more about like what we actually did. I was like, you know what? Like, let's do it. I didn't even really know what it was all about, but I was like, let's do it. Like I said, I had nothing to lose. I had never done a challenge group before, so I didn't even know what one was. But I started my training, day 1 of training, the same day I started day 1 of 21 Day Fix Extreme. And I think it was like day 3 into it, and I was in a challenge group. I was like, this is exactly what I needed, and why isn't everybody doing this? Like, I couldn't believe more people were doing this, because I was getting my workouts done in a half an hour instead of spending an hour at the gym. I could set up Leo in the little jumpy chair while I was getting my workout done, or while he was napping. So I could fit it in at nap time. But what I didn't realize that I would love the most was I had a group that I could check into online. And I called it my like little ray of sunshine, because I could check in, and no matter what my day was going like, you know, when you're home with kids all day, hello, we're in it right now. Some days you want to tear your hair out or just drink wine all day. And that was my like little ode. I got to check in with these women, and they were like crushing their fitness goals. They were encouraging. If I didn't feel like showing up, they'd be like, Emily, like, what's up? Like, where are you? Or like we would tag each other. And I was meeting these people and I was like, you know what, this is what I needed, because when you're home, it gets lonely. So I was just so excited. I was getting results and I was sharing about it online, and people were like, I need to do that too. I don't know what you're doing, but I need to do that too, because they could see there was a difference in me. They could feel when I talked to them, I was so excited about what I was doing. I was like, you need to do this too. And then I just started growing and growing. And 6 years later, we have built a new house, which was never on the radar before. I was able to pay for my family to go to Disney last year. That was a huge trip, thankfully, before COVID. I get to get my kids off the bus every day. I get to take them to the bus every day. I don't miss out on dance. My kids are in dance and hockey. They're in all the extra things. And I don't even have to bat an eyelash at how it's going to be paid for. And that feeling of freedom is like Chris and I don't fight about money. We used to fight about money every day because, like I said, I was on mat leave at the time. So I would transfer money from his account to my account. And it was always like, where'd that money go? Why'd you put this in? Blah, blah, blah. Now I earn a lot more than he earns. And it's an amazing feeling. But with this business, and you're going to hear about the money at the end, and Lindsay's going to share about how we earn money. It is the more people you help, your income is a direct reflection of the number of people that you actually help. So it's not get rich quick. You got to help yourself first though. And that's one of our, we'll go into that. That's one of our tasks as a coach, is you are number one. Like, how many jobs can you say that where your number one priority is to take care of yourself? Because if you don't, your business suffers. You've got to be committed to a fitness program. And guys, we have the best fitness programs. Like, I love them for every fitness level. You got to check in with your nutrition. You got to check in with your groups. So that is first and foremost. We do personal development. Okay, let's go to the next slide because I do have some pictures for you. Okay, so like I said, fitness journey, show up consistently. We share online, and I'll talk about that in a minute because I know a lot of you are like, I don't think I could do it. We all thought that too. Personal growth and recognizing and shouting out people, and like that's basically the encouragement part of it. We do that in our groups. We cheer each other on. It's not a come look at me, I have a six-pack type of business. That is not what Beachbody is. Beachbody is a community. It's come do this with me. I'll lock arms with you. Let's do this together and we'll be each other's cheerleaders. That's what this is. Every coach has a different body shape. Every coach has a different goal. Some have 50 pounds to lose, 100 pounds to lose, no weight to lose. Maybe they just want to improve their energy. Maybe they just want the six pack. Maybe they want shoulder definition. Whatever that is for you, that's amazing. But the only thing you have to have is a willingness to want to be a healthy person and have a goal. So whatever that goal is, because you're going to attract those people who are feeling just like you and who need that motivation, because a real person is so much more motivating than, what did I call it before? Fitness Barbie. Like, they want to see a real person show up despite the struggles. They're going to do it. And that is who they want to be their coach. Power hours and power pockets. So when I started, I had a baby. I had a 2-year-old. I didn't have time. But we have a way to grow your business in small amounts of time. So we have power hours, or you can do what we have, power pockets. So maybe you have 20 minutes in the morning before your kids get up, 20 minutes at lunchtime where kids are eating, 20 minutes in the evening, whatever that looks like for you. We can show you what you need to do in those little pockets of time throughout the day to help you grow your business. The more time you put in, obviously, the quicker you'll grow, but it all depends on what you can do with the time that you have. And I bet you would be very super surprised if you, like right now, you're probably thinking, I don't have extra time, but how much time do you just go on your phone and scroll and realize, holy crap, 25 minutes just went by? Or you sit down on Netflix and binge watch a show. Like, all that time, and I'm not saying you can't do those things at all, but all that time you could be spending growing something that gives you freedom, that gives you financial freedom, but also freedom to maybe leave the job you hate one day. to take your family on a vacation, to get out of whatever situation you feel like you're stuck in right now, because that's how I felt. I felt stuck before. And this gave me freedom. And yeah, I sacrificed some time, but like I sat down the first Saturday night as a coach working, and I remember messaging my coach saying, I freaking love this shit. And she's like, what? I was like, I love sitting down to work. It is the funnest job, the most fulfilling thing I've ever done. So it doesn't feel like work when I do it. And I know that the time I'm putting in, I'm going to get paid out for it at the end. It's not just like a salary job where you work for the same amount all the time. Like I know the more I put into it, the more I get out of it. And it's kind of cool. It's a good feeling. Okay. And here's just some personal development books and audiobooks that we recommend. So whether you join us or not, these are just some awesome books to help you build yourself up as a person. Before coaching, I never did personal development. And I will tell you, I didn't think I needed it. But once I started doing it, I can't go a day without it now. And it has helped change me as a person with confidence, being able to do calls like this, just showing up better for myself. But my kids have a happier mom. My husband has a happier wife. Like my whole life has leveled up and is much happier and more positive than it was before. Like you change as a person. This is not just a fitness and nutrition business. You will change so much for the better and look back a year from now and be like, holy crap, like look at how far I've come. But you gotta like go all in and just like kind of jump and do it. And then it opens up beneath you. Okay, I'm gonna pass it on to Natasha. Natasha's our newer coach, and she's just gonna share like how she got started, what she was nervous about, because we've all been there. All right, you got it.
Hi guys, I'm Natasha. I've only been a coach with Beachbody for 3 months, and when Allie asked me to come and talk today, I could barely believe it. I'm so excited to be here. I'm very nervous, so bear with me, but that's what I've been all about these days, is like just jumping out of my comfort zone. And to be honest, I'm loving it. Like who I'm becoming it's mind blowing. So, and like Ali said, it's all about the personal development and jumping right in, and like you would be blown away with the changes that can have on you. So like I said, I'm super nervous, but I'm honored to share my story. So here I go. I never thought that I would be part of a network marketing business again. I did a network marketing business a little over 5 years ago, and I left it feeling like I would never, ever do it again. And I'm just going to leave it at that. It just didn't feel like, I didn't leave it feeling like it was made for me. Clearly I'm here. So I changed my mind. And I have not a single regret by joining up, but it took me a really long time to commit to this, 6 months to be exact. When I was originally asked to join this team, I immediately said no. And then within that 6 month period of time, I was like trying to find all the reasons not to join. And while I was doing that, I found myself constantly thinking about, well, what if this is for me? What if I tried this again? It was really frustrating. I was like really back and forth. It was almost like my brain was like, don't do this. But my heart was like, yes, you need it. You need this. And I honestly had no idea how life-changing it would be for me. Like I get emotional thinking about like how happy I am that I jumped on board with it. And it only took me probably 2 weeks to realize how different this community is compared to what I was used to. I've been part of Beachbody for a really long time. I actually joined as a challenger almost 5 years ago when I was on maternity leave with my firstborn. And Allie was not my coach, actually. I had a great coach. I knew her from a friend of a friend. And, I loved Beachbody then, and I love it even more now. But I found my journey was very up and down. Like I would commit to a program and then I would get in a rut and I would I would lose track. And then especially, which I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, is like during the pandemic, my health and fitness journey like took a massive nosedive. Yeah. And it was in the summer that I stumbled across Allie's profile and immediately fell in love with her energy. And even then, like in the summer, I still was in my slump, drinking wine every day, like just so depressed. And my health and fitness was not good. And it wasn't until October that I saw one specific post that Allie made. And it was almost like a huge mindset shift. I read it and I was like, yes, this is what I need. I need this. And at the time, my coach, she was a little bit inactive. She was dealing with some issues in her personal life. And so, I wasn't super inspired by her, which is okay. So what I decided to do was jump on board with Allie. So I switched coaches. And at the time, she signed me up as a discount coach. So I was a coach in October. I just did it for the discount. I love the products. I always have. And so that's what I did. I had no intentions in doing anything more with it other than that. A few weeks in, after I was really active in the challenge group, Allie came to me and asked me if I wanted to join her team. And it was that moment that the seed was planted. I really loved this part of this whole experience. I loved how genuine she was when she asked me. And I loved how much she listened to me when I kindly declined. But as I said, the seed was planted. So I just kept moving on. I kept going with the challenge group, staying super active in that. I kept following along Allie's Instagram. Like I just loved following her stories, and like I just admired her lifestyle and her energy and how much joy she has. Like when she speaks, like I envied that so much. I envied what she had going for her. And I work in law enforcement. So, I'm dealing with people who are at their worst, and that can be really, really difficult. And it's a really different atmosphere. Even just like my coworkers, like it's not an atmosphere where we're lifting each other up and talking about our goals and our aspirations. And it can be really draining. And because of that, I bring that home to my home, and that has an impact on my family, like my husband and my kids. And so I was really feeling like I needed something more. I needed something that gave me joy, and I just didn't have it. And so in March, I gave into my heart, gave into that little angel on my shoulder, and I messaged Allie and I was like, girl, I'm in, but like start me slow because I have my reservations and they're real. So I didn't want to jump in with both feet. I just kind of wanted to like tiptoe for the first bit. But like she was so welcoming. She helped me so much. Everything was so organized and the training was fantastic. And I know this is like something that's really scary to start. Even just thinking about it is scary, but sorry, my little guy, he's 1 second. He's coming up because he has to go pee. He's potty training. 1 second.
If you need to help him, you can help him.
He should be fine.
We don't want any accidents on the floor.
Yeah, come sit up here. Come sit up here. So as I was saying, this is something that is really scary to start, but you guys, the support is unreal and you're not on your own. And that's what's so awesome about this, the resources and the step-by-step training. And there's like a group chat. If you have a question, you just go in the group chat, ask a question, and like that, you have the answer to what you're looking for. It's amazing. So, all of that really takes the scaries out.
I need to go pee.
Okay, can you do your pee?
Yes, me.
Can you bring your potty over and maybe mommy will sit, or maybe go down and get the guys to help you, okay? Can you get the guys to help you?
The cutest.
Yeah, and maybe they'll give you a treat if you do a pee, okay? All right.
I love driving too.
Thank you so much for being a good boy.
Hey.
rare occurrence. Anyways, as I was saying, the resources are unreal. So unreal that the first month that I joined, sorry guys, Ozzy, can you not yell, honey? Could just go downstairs and they'll help you, okay, bud? I'm so sorry. Okay. Can you just give mommy 5 minutes? Okay, 5 minutes. Okay. So the resources were so top notch that in my first month, I helped enough people to actually be recognized and rewarded. So, I was getting paid and given gifts just for helping people while I'm helping myself. And that to me is like something I've never experienced. Something else I want to talk about, guys, is time. As you can see, have my hands freaking full. This is just one of my children. I have 3 others. I'm a mom of 4 boys. I have a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, and 2 11-year-old stepsons. And the blended family life in itself is a lot. So, I have a husband and, like I said, a full-time job. And before starting, I'm like, I can't add anything more to my plate. I have a lot on my plate. And I started to realize that this isn't adding more to my plate. This is about making myself a priority. So if you're sitting here thinking like, I don't have time, nobody has time. You have to make the time. You really do. You have to make the time, because I think that we as women, it's just in our nature to put everybody else's needs before our own, and we forget to put ourselves first. And we are a priority, and we just need to realize that and start treating ourselves like a priority. And yes, does this business take me away from my family in little pockets of time? Yeah, it does. But it works itself out in the end, because I'm taking those pockets of time away from them, I'm doing things like working on myself. I'm connecting with like-minded women. I'm inspiring people. I'm exercising daily. I'm focusing on my happiness and my mental health. And so because of that, my family are getting a better version of me. And so they're loving that. They're not getting the drained version of me, the burnt out version of me, the mom that has no patience, the wife that's like, I'm too tired, I need to go to bed. Like, they're getting a happier, healthier, hotter version of myself. So anyways, the best part about this whole freaking thing that wasn't even in my my road of thoughts when I joined this was a paycheck. Like, I was like, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm really not. But the money's pretty nice. And so to be getting paid to do all of these beneficial things, to get paid while helping people, while helping my own self, I mean, who wouldn't like that? So speaking of getting paid, I'm going to pass it over to Lindsay. But before I do, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to be able to do this. And anyways, I hope this was okay. And I'm sorry for my child.
Oh my God, Natasha, that was amazing. Thank you so much. I just think back to my very first call that I did, and I got off it and I was like, oh my God, they're never going to ask me to speak again. I was so bad. And you were such a natural. Like, I was so nervous on my very first call. So my name is Lindsay, and I just relate so much to everything that Natasha said. Allie is actually my coach, and I have been a coach for, oh my God, it's going to be 6 years soon, which is so insane. And what's crazy is we all have different stories, and we were all at different parts in our lives, but maybe we're also had some super similar things. So I grew up with Allie. We're from like a small town in Nova Scotia. And I watched her on social media for probably 7 months. Never ever thought I would join network marketing. Hadn't done network marketing before in my entire life. I have a biology degree. I was working in the corporate world. And I just started watching Allie and I was like, what is she doing? Like, why is she so happy? And she was going on trips when we could go on trips. And she was earning an income and she was meeting friends. And I was pregnant at the time with my second son. So I came to a call like this. It was a Friday night. Allie had invited me and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll check it out. Like, I've been creeping you. And I think I joined that night. I had just put down, Tice was 6 weeks old. So I had just had clearance to start working out. I had a 2.5-year-old at home. I had a maxed out credit card. Financially, like, I was in a terrible position. My husband had been laid off and I was on mat leave. And I was just like, why not? Like, I'm clearly not happy right now. I felt kind of lonely. And I just saw this community that Allie was a part of. In terms of my fitness, like when I started as a coach, I had 40 pounds to lose. I sucked at being consistent. I would be like all in for a week. I'd get a gym membership every January and I would go for like a week and a half and I would pay for it all year. I had Beachbody DVDs that I never ever finished. I would start, unless it was the year I got married. I did P90X that year and I rocked it. But aside from that, like, I wasn't consistent with fitness. I wasn't a big gym person. I had my social media on lockdown. Allie and I probably had 400 mutual friends because we went to the same high school. So like, looking back, I probably had all these reasons. I had 2 kids at home. Tice did not sleep. Like, I think my Fitbit at the time was saying I was getting like 2 hours of sleep. And I still did it because I think you get to a point in life, like I was at a point in life where I was like, okay, where I am right now, is this where I want to be? Or if I want something to change, then I need to change something. And I didn't sign up to be a coach because I was like, I'm going to build this massive business and quit the corporate world. Like, I didn't think that right when I signed up. I thought I could make some friends, surround myself by these awesome people, because mat leave, I was in my own little circle, especially through COVID and lockdown, you guys. You will never find, I got goosebumps, you will never find a community like we have. Like, as disconnected, you might not be as disconnected as we are right now in Canada if you're in the US, but as disconnected as we are right now, like, this community has gotten us through so much, and we've never felt alone. Like, we've never felt alone. So I joined because I wanted the community. I needed the accountability to hold myself, like, to be consistent on my fitness journey, because I sucked at it. And I needed the money. I needed to earn some form of side income. And honestly, within the first week of coaching, I looked around and I saw all the people that were doing things in this business, and I heard the success stories. I started the training and I was like, I'm in. Like, if everybody else is doing this, then why can't I do this? If everybody else is completely different, then why can't I do this? I didn't need to look a certain way, like Allie said. I honestly just had to share my authentic self, commit to my journey, put myself first, which is what I needed most with 2 kids at home. And I was like, if they can do this, I can do this. And I never stopped. Like, that's the difference between people that are successful in this business and people that aren't. I never stopped. And I did leave the corporate world. I do have this as a full-time job. I've out-earned anything I've ever earned in the corporate world. And financially, now I get to, like, look at investments and, like, learn. Like, it's just a whole different world for myself and my family. And when I started, you don't start with these, like, big goals. Like, when I started, what I put on my vision board, because we do vision boards with coaching, is to have fresh flowers on my table I was like, I want to be able to afford fresh flowers to have in my kitchen. And then I had a picture of a family at a restaurant, and I was like, I would love if we could pack up on a Friday and just be like, you know what? I don't feel like cooking. Let's go out and eat, and not have to stress over what was in my account, if I had enough money to cover my bills for the next week. I just wanted those experiences for my family. And that's what the income has done for us, is given us experiences and the opportunity to pay it back, and, like, reach out to the school when it's school supply time and say, like, how can I help with other families? It's things like that that has been life-changing for me. So, okay. I have some notes here because I have some things I want to talk with you guys about. So I never ever thought I'd be in a network marketing company. Oh my God, like never in my life. There's a right way and a wrong way to do it. If you're here clearly because we do things the right way. Like if you're here watching this, it's because you're intrigued and you're curious. We aren't salesy. We don't like put product everywhere. It's literally people join you because of you. And what Beachbody brings to the table is like the tools and the things as an added bonus that you get to help people with. We're not personal trainers. Like I said, I sucked at fitness. I'm not a nutritionist. You don't need to be any of those things because they're all created for you. All of the tools we have, it's just our job to be people's cheerleaders, to literally pump them up and give them a community to be a part of. So don't think you need to have all the answers. There's still times where I hop into our message threads or our team pages and I'm like, guys, I don't know the answer to this. Like, can anybody help me? So we're still learning along the way. My social media was on lockdown when I started. Like, I think I didn't even know how to use Instagram. So you can't look at our day, like our year 6 compared to your day 1. Like I said, when I started on that first call, I sucked. I was like shaking and I was so nervous, but you just get better. And you just keep going. And there's different types of coaches on our team too. And that's one thing I wanted to say. So our team is made up of so many different people who just want that accountability on their health and fitness journeys. There's people who want a side income, who want fun money or FU money, it's sometimes called, or just like money that's not going to give you stress that you can spend on things or help people with. And then sometimes there's people that want to do this as a full-time job. And it wasn't until I started and I saw the potential that's when I was in, because I had no idea what I was getting myself into, probably like any of us. I wasn't in a challenge group. If you don't know what a challenge group is, if you're new here, it's our monthly accountability group. So we just log our workouts in there and we check in with each other. We share what we're eating. It's just a support system that we have for each other. So I wasn't even a part of any of that. So it was all brand new to me. But you surround yourself with the best people, like that want to see you succeed, and you will become who you need to become in order to do this business. You don't start out that way. And you just will learn so much. The tools that I've learned from this business are tools that are going to take me, like business tools, social media tools. Like I have learned so much with this business. And I've also gone through the hardest times in my life. I don't want to talk too much, but 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis and I started on low doses of chemo. I do weekly injections now. I was on crutches. I couldn't walk. I had fluid taken out. Like I've had all these things happen. It hasn't been 6 years of all ups. Like it's been 6 years of ups and downs and shitty times. But if it wasn't for coaching and like the mindset that I've developed and the optimism and the abundancy in my life, I wouldn't have handled any of it like I did. Like I can tell you, I probably would have been in a really dark hole. So it's who you surround yourself with and what you choose to put into your mind. It's so much more than just like posting on social media. Okay. So there's different types of coaches. I'm going to share a couple slides here. And you need to enable some sharing for me there, Allie. But yeah, so I will just say, I started in 2015, and then when I earned enough income, so I was on mat leave, I went back to work full time after my mat leave because I obviously wasn't earning like a full-time income. I went back to work full-time, and once I earned enough income, I then went part-time, and then in 2018, I became a full-time coach. So I have been doing this full-time now since 2018, and the freedom has been amazing. It's been amazing. Okay, so I'm going to share just a couple screens here and show you. You guys should be so proud. I usually have a million tabs open. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about how you get paid and then just a few other things. And we're always open for questions. So if you reach out to us after the fact, you guys, we're here to help. Okay, so comp plan highlights. Most people wonder how we get paid. A lot of times people come into this business and start helping people and they're like, I don't even know how I'm earning a paycheck. So when you start as a new coach, you earn commissions, you earn retail commissions. So when you help somebody, you're probably gonna help somebody the same way that you got started. You're gonna earn 25 to 40% commission. I'll be honest, my first month, I helped 3 people. and I probably worked for free. I covered my supplements, I covered my pack, but I was just so excited to show up and share this. And I don't know, I probably put in more time than I made, but I loved it. Like in 6 years in, I still love what I do. And that just keeps growing. So then if you decide that this is something that you want to pursue, and you want to build a team, that is an option. It's never mandatory. So you can earn income from sales and helping people in retail commission. And you can earn by sharing this business opportunity with other people. When you have a team, like I can say the impact that I have had with our team as a team is substantially more than I could have ever done as one person. When we have 1,000 people helping people every day, that impact is pretty massive. And there are a lot of people out there that need our help. So that is another way that you can start to earn residual income. And team cycle bonuses, those are bonuses you can earn as well, which I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty. Star Diamond bonuses, this is profit sharing with the company. So every quarter you can earn profit sharing from 1% to 2%. And these are quarterly bonuses. Ali and I both qualify and earn quarterly bonuses. And they range anywhere from $1,000 to $60,000 every quarter. So it is pretty substantial. And then you get trip dollars. Okay, when I started coaching, I had an expired passport. I was broke AF, and I certainly was not traveling anywhere. And now I've been to aside from COVID, been to Mexico. I have been to Bahamas, Florida, Nashville, Indianapolis, we're from St. Louis, like everywhere. Okay. So if you start coaching, you can earn trips. We went on a cruise, and you earn trips by helping people and recognition and swag. And like you show up at your mailbox and you've got fun things there for you. It is the best. In terms of training and support. Okay. So if you are going to join us, one thing I will say, it is the best time to do this because we have just last week a massive announcement that came out where we are going to be having live workouts. We're having Spin come to our boot camps. So starting now and familiarizing yourself with everything for when these things launch in August and September is massive because you will be right alongside of us launching these new programs and stuff with us. So not only will you get that, you're going to get new coach action calls. So this Monday, we are going to have a new coach call for all of our new coaches joining our team that Ali and I are going to lead to help you guys kick off everything that you need and keep you organized and focused. You're going to get access to our closed Facebook groups. This is honestly where the magic happens. This is our team. You can ask anything. We're all in different time zones. We're there to support each other. We have weekly team calls that happen Monday nights. And then we have weekly national wake-up calls that you can kick off your Monday with that is shared from any coach in the network for things that are working for them. So as a new coach for me, these were awesome. I always tuned in because I was so inspired and I got takeaways from them as well. These here are your pack options. So if you're already in our boot camps or our challenge groups and you're like, I'm curious about learning about coaching, or I think I'm ready to test this out, then you can actually get your coach account and get reimbursed for your coach registration because you already have everything that you need. If you are new and you're like, okay, I am ready, this is something I want to do, these are your pack options. So on the left, we have what's called our deluxe pack. And on the right, we have our like a basic challenge pack. You get everything you need. I remember when I joined, I asked Ali, I said, okay, what if I hate it? Like, what if I start coaching and I'm like, I don't know if this is for me. She's like, you can cancel your coach account and keep everything for your health and fitness. And I was like, okay, cool. And then she's like, if you hate that part too, you can return it all and get a refund. So you're never locked in. I was somebody that was like nervous that I was going to be locked into something, but you're going to get like our 2 nutrition plans. You'll get access for the rest of your life. You get 1,500 workouts. Like there's something for everyone. Bar, there's dance, there's strength training, HIIT, there's resistance, yoga studio, and you get supplements. So you get your first supplements for free for your first month. We get our pre-workout, what everybody needs. So Energize is life. Or you can have Shakeology, which honestly will fill in any gap you have in your nutrition and like help you with cravings beyond anything you have ever had. And then, like I said, 30-day money back guarantee. So if you have questions about this, you have to reach out to the person that invited you here. And then lastly, you can ask questions to your coach. Just get excited. And if you are nervous or if you're fearful, that's a sign that it's something you need to try, because we do not grow when we stay in our comfort zone. We do not grow if we keep continuing to do the same thing that we have always done. You are here because you are curious. You are here because maybe you want something more, and you will never know what this will give you unless you try. And I can't even imagine if I did not take that like step and try this out 6 years ago, because I don't even know what I would be doing now. And then you get all the training. The training is self-paced. Like every question is there. We'll help you with your social media, and you'll get message threads and stuff like that. So you guys, our call kicks off on Monday for new coaches. We will work with you. You will be supported. You will get everything you need for your health and fitness. And then deciding your goals and where you are at, that's where we'll meet you to help you achieve whatever it is that you want to do in this business. And that is it. So thank you so much for coming today. If you're watching this recording, thank you so much for watching this recording. And we will connect. We will answer your questions, and hopefully we'll see you on that call on Monday night. Bye, guys.